You mentioned at the end of the last segment that the IDF, and maybe many Israelis are tuning out, if you will, the critiques that are coming from the outside, which tend to put Israel as the bad guy. And my question is, are we seeing something kind of unique in Israel? Israeli society was pretty politically divided, as American society is. Netanyahu, of course, has been a controversial, to some degree, a divisive figure, perhaps in the Trumpian mode. Is Israel now, at least on this issue, of one mind, or do you see that as a short-lived unity that could easily be fractured if this stretches out for a while?
Dinesh, you're asking what I think might be the most important question in all of Israeli politics right now. And the Israeli public really is unified right now. So unless you are on the far, far left of the Israeli political spectrum, Israel's commitment, Dinesh, their commitment to free speech is actually so absolutist that they have anti-Zionist members of the Knesset, of their national legislature, who are permitted to get up there on the floor, their equivalent of the U.S. Congress, and essentially say that the state should not exist, that it should be eradicated. So unless you are that far left, and if you are in the furthest, call it 3 to 5% of the entire political spectrum, you're pretty much of one mind here. In fact, the percentage of Israelis who say that they do not want the Palestinian Authority, which is what controls Ramallah in the West Bank, they're touted by the media as the so-called moderates. They're really not particularly moderate at all. In fact, their chieftain, Mahmoud Abbas, is a serial Holocaust denier who praised Hitler as recently as September. But in any event, Anthony Blinken and Joe Biden want the Palestinian Authority to come in after the war in Gaza and to basically rule over there. But to give you an example as to how unified the Israeli public is, they are rejecting the possibility that the Palestinian Authority will rule over Gaza after the war by like a 4-1 or 5-1 margin. So they are very clear right now. And there is no one who is calling for the soldiers to withdraw from Gaza. There's really no one who is calling for a permanent ceasefire.